I think I had two things opened at once. Something a little more bizarre than usual. But I hope you guys are doing great out there. I know it's December 31st, and I don't know whether you are having, if you're doing, you know, holiday plans or if you're just relaxing, whatever it is, just make the most of it. Just make the most of your time, wherever that is. So just want to drop in just for a second. My initial goal was to just kind of talk about um, the outlook for 2026. I mean, because we've had just the last quarter of 2025 is where I wanted to. All right, guys, the struggle bus is real. But yes, thank you guys for being patient. So I'm not sure what happened there. This is the second kind of bizarro land situation. But okay, so we're past that. So initially I wanted to just come on and just talk very briefly about, just kind of just do a little bit of a synopsis on. Oh, hi, Polo YSB. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I just want to kind of come in and give you guys just a brief synopsis. I know it's December 31st here again, whether you guys are celebrating or not, or whether you're just finding time to relax, make sure you get the time in for yourself. Good morning, good afternoon, Latressa Montgomery 7932. So I'm not going to be in here too long. Originally, I was thinking I'd have the stream be a little bit longer, but I just kind of want just a brief outlook, just the last quarter, which would be, of course, October, November, and of course, December of 2025 is what I wanted to do. Um, and I'm just saying right now, I think we're ending with in the similar way that we started this quarter. Okay, because in October, of course, we had I called the startup, aka the shutdown, and then we had and it looks like we have some of that that's coming up. We have another pending, Democrats threatening to shut things down if they don't have something along the lines of a climate center preserved. So it's like we're normalizing that we're living in a situation in which the country is normalizing instability, which there's always something going on. It never really resolves. And just, becoming desensitized. Because right now, everything's cool, right? Everything's abstract. It's not quite concrete. Um, you have all these signals. You have the signals from looming deadlines, all this crisis language, shutdowns. You had, of course, back on October 30th, we had the release from the Pentagon signaling that, to me, a potential escalation for tomorrow, which is January 1st, 2026, in which they had a quick reaction force being trained and prepared. So I'm just thinking there's a lot of not so good, a lot of things that are just not instability. It's we have social instability, it seems. I just submit that there's a lot of our frame of mind. What stability do we have? We have all these illusions, we have all these parties, we have all these so-called factions of parties. We have and we call also the left right dialectic. We have these things, but what does it bear? What does it bear at the end of the day? Thank you guys for coming in and loving on the like button. If you're new to the channel, um, LMLMLM0987, of course, that's why it's a theme. Okay, of course we have. Has this instability? Yeah, of course we've had. Is it the same type of instability? Maybe not. But what difference does it make? Instability is instability, right? I mean, are you comfortable with instability? I guess that's the question. Are you comfortable with that? I'm not sure, if you're new to the channel, take a look around and realize that you're not going to get a verdict from this channel. This is not your verdict channel. What I'm offering here is a lens. I'm not offering you mechanisms. I'm just offering you a lens is what you're going to get from me on this channel. If you're, yeah, you know, this is a narrative is what we is this is a narrative is what it is. So it's always there's always going to be an emergence of things. Some channels give you verdicts. Some channels, I'm not selling you fear. I'm saying uh preparation awareness is honestly what you're getting. Michael Hollins, R8E, says everyone is uncomfortable. LM says the country will survive. Surely not everyone with it, but it will survive. They let us be the one to tell the story, whether here or in other borders. Well, history allegedly has told the story too, and some people are still not going with that narrative. It just depends on where you want to get it from. It depends on where you want to get it from. As a matter of fact, of course, we had COVID, we had the pandemic. I mean, what of course we've had instability, and it never ends. So that's exactly why you're not going to get a verdict from me. This is not this is not where I'm going. That's not what I'm offering here. So, but yeah, so eventually, right now it's just abstract, okay? And I don't want to spend too much time on that because, everybody has a choice. So as of right now, we have signals, okay? The crisis still remains, it's still abstract. It's still abstract because nothing really, emotionally, people are prepared. But when we get warnings about this or warnings about that and nothing actually happens, people become desensitized. So so I'm just here. We're recognizing, the signals, motives, and patterns is what we're doing right now. So I'm just saying, if you want to go to the gate with a bed of roses on your mind, by all means. Eric Markinson, 3337. You are blessed with long, slender, and flexible fingers. Well, that's an interesting observation. So yeah, we have allegedly another pending doom, or a pending startup / shutdown for January 30th from the Democrats, allegedly from the left. In addition to that, I've talked about how we've had these reports that have come in. We had a report from Newsweek that I reviewed in which they talked about the 25% of the population is functionally unemployed, which to me is consistent with with a similar piece that talked about 25% of the population being, unemployed, or that people hold degrees. So, and that's a fact. But to me, this is not new information. To me, all of these, we have overlapping loops here. We have overlapping narratives or pieces of our narrative. But are they going to go away? No. So Polo says, I think this time the shutdown is going to last beyond 41 days. Well, and I think that, I think they do a lot of mockery with their plans. So we'll just okay, this is what happens, like I said, I just try to, observe what's going on and see how things shape. That's the experience that you get, because none of it's going to go away. No, it's not. It just, as a matter of fact, you might be thunderstruck, but it's only going to help. But until the next crisis, right? Crisis containment is typically what happens when we had the last shutdown, okay? Last startup. And AB Production Z2. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. And you were most generous. And thank you guys for loving on the like button. I've had some struggles here. I would imagine that the social media streets are buzzing today, or humming today. And so I decided to come on and hope you guys are well out there, for sure. But yeah, so, and then here's the thing. It looks like Newsweek, the person from Newsweek, or I guess whoever is handling Newsweek's, their particular narrative, it's kind of like they're kind of brushing back on the Bureau of Labor Statistics, saying, well, some of your utility measurements aren't quite what needs to be measured. But then the problem is, who cares if we have people that are they're employed, but they don't make enough to they're not actually making enough. It's more of a poverty level is the rate is where they are right now. The wage is not sustainable. It's, whatever the poverty line is, I'm showing it. I'm not sure if that's the national rate, but it's something under $27,000 a year. And I presume that's for a single person, a single person household. But the issue is that you have the Bureau of Labor Statistics saying that they use a lot of different they're measuring using a lot of surveys for their measurement. But I think Newsweek has a point. Newsweek has a point when it comes to, okay, what you're measuring, but who cares if we have a society with people that work, or that get to work maybe once a week, or have a job that's equivocal to, some earnings that are that small. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't mean your report is more accurate, or there's a lot of masking going on, okay, the bottom line. And that you don't hear that. You're not going to hear that in the media. You're not going to hear that from the right paradigm, because they swear up and down that the economy is booming. Our president, he thinks that we've come back from something. If we've come back from somewhere, can you guys let me know? What was there a point of entry, or where did we come back from? Because some of us are, who cares if it's down? Shout out to Spiritual Logic. Who cares if it's down 0.5 and it doesn't reach their measurement of what inflation is? We know our paychecks, our wallets tell the story, tell the real story. Here again, I've said this before, most of you guys buy your own groceries. So we're not under any delusion, not fully, even if, we're just not. So let me see who else is in here. Thank you guys for loving on the like button. Had some technical difficulties coming in here. And I will tell you that this is another interesting thing that I've stumbled onto, is that I'm hearing that many of the other nations, if you will, have canceled their New Year's Eve celebrations. However, it seems like, of course, the good people in New York, the Rotten Apple, or AKA the Big Apple, better known as the Big Apple, they are going to go for it with their ball drop. And I think, I'm saying, it just seems like there's something going on here that's not being, there's something going on here for sure. Because, we talked about this before, about the Pentagon back on October 30th releasing that they were preparing the quick reaction forces to be basically of the National Guard that are going to be, trained for the 50 states. And I just think that there's some escalation. I submit that there's some escalation out there. And I think the outlook for 2026 is, how are we going to functionally, economically, and societally, how are we going to be functioning in 2026? Are we still dealing with the mask? Are we still, what are we dealing with? I haven't even touched that whole situation with Nick Shirley and Minnesota and Somalia, the Somalian community. That's a whole nother animal. If you guys have been to Minnesota within the last 10 years, 5 years, then that's a huge, the community is, to me, there's a dominance. They have a huge presence there. So there's going to be some type of shift. You can't have that many people. You can't have that much representation without some type of shift, whether it's cultural or economic. Let's see. AB says, what's my thoughts on World War III? There again, I think that I still think that's abstract. I think that World War III is so abstract, and there's been so much gaslighting on it that I can't offer you something that's, I'm not I think that the war is already on. I think that whatever the concept, what's been previously thought of, or theoretically a World War III, it's probably already happening. I think the common man is very well. I don't think a world war will be fought. I'm not even sure it's going to be televised. It might be social media platformed. That's what I actually think. Oh my gosh, Marcy T's here. Marcy T, I didn't know you were here. Where did you sneak in here? Let's see. AB Productions to MacArthur Louis Saint. Good morning. I don't know about old. Maybe in some ways, not in the traditional way. I wouldn't think, not so much. I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'm not sure if you're a flying monkey or you're trolling or whatever, but we have doors. The door is open night and day. It says, what about UFO disclosure? Try to stay with me, okay? AB Productions Z2 says there will be no more winters in 50 years. Oh my gosh, Marcy T, how are you? I see you now. Oh my gosh. Do we have flying monkeys or what? Yeah, no, I'm not quite, maybe some grays, but definitely not quite the balding grays and some other issues, but not quite the balding. But I'm going to say this to you guys. So I was just saying, just try to be prepared and just stay, keep the faith is what I would say. Because we got to endure whatever it is. But I don't know if you guys are going out this evening. In some parts of the world, it's already evening and they're probably going to kick off whatever they do. But that's not what I'm doing. So Marcy T, that's a great idea, Marcy. Great idea. She says, I'm still in bed. Yeah, I'm not. I don't remember the last time I did something in the vein of a, It's been some time. It's been some time. Let's just say that much. I appreciate you guys so much for coming in and loving on the like button, That's awesome. Thank you for that. Marcy says, what's there to celebrate? More taxes and more. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. We've got so many. It's like the corruption is abound. The gaslighting is abound. Just constant, just lies and illusions. Let's see. I'm saying, I got it. It's not, to me, I don't think it certainly wouldn't be up there with the isms. I mean, we do have things to look forward to, but it's not of this time frame, not in this realm right now. No. Smoke and mirrors, gaslighting, deceptions, illusions, and some people love that more than anything. Let's see. That's the wrong mindset to have. What mindset is that? What mindset are you referring to? AB Productions Z2. I mean, everybody doesn't consider everybody has different definitions of celebrations, of what it means to celebrate. Well, what do we, can you give us some proof that we don't have illusions? What proof do we not have? What proof are we not? What's not an illusion? I mean, do we have gifts? Do we have blessings? Yes. But there again, that's all subjectivity. It's up to you to decide what your definition of celebratory, what's subjective, what's objective, what's fair, what's not. It doesn't have to match anybody else's. Well, but that's your philosophy, though. That's that's not. This is not the, we don't all think alike. I'm not here to be anybody's leader or anybody's savior. No, and we don't all think alike in here, and we don't have to. That's the beautiful thing about it. But like I said, hey, it's your life, it's your life. But this is my channel, and we all have to. We all, we can. I don't even know if it's about agreeing or disagreeing. Like I said, I tell you guys this all the time. Since I've had this channel, it's never really been. It's all about you decide for yourself. You do your own research, and you do your own deductions. But you're not gonna get. It's not about a verdict, because this is a narrative that we're on. We have to take it day by day. Some people say 1 day at a time, as 1 hour at a time. 1 hour at a time. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like, okay, I got you. Marcy T, I appreciate you so much for coming in. I appreciate you guys for loving on the like button. I don't know. I think people just want to have, it's not even about an echo chamber. It's just, if you just look at things objectively and just look at, I just think that we are in a situation in which a lot of people are, they look to patriotism and their politics, because that's not only is it expedient for them, it's it's more prosperous for them to look at things that way. And I'm not here to bring you guys back to the left right dialectic. That's not what I'm here to do. Not here to, if that makes people uncomfortable, then that's so be it. But yeah, so what I'm on about is just keep your head on a swivel. And like I said, if you're going out you have to I'm not even sure. I'm not sure what just be mindful, I guess, or be safe. I don't know. I don't even know what your guys' plans are, but I appreciate you guys for coming here. I'm sorry, J John 2111. What? This is not a dance channel. What's a 360 turn? 360 turn of what? Stuart Gorham says character always looks objectively in every circumstance. Well, I certainly tell you, it takes a long time to. I prefer character over reputation, is what I will say. Oh, Cola Wol Abioy 3887. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. You're new here. Welcome into the channel. As I always encourage everybody to come in, take a look around. You can't really, I'm going to be honest, if you come in for the first time, it's kind of hard to glean. It's kind of hard to glean a whole lot about a channel. I mean, I'm not, it better be. It better be. Milo Jara, TM3UZ. Wow. You guys, stay with me. Stay with me a little bit here. Hey, my stream got a little bit wonky, but Cyper Spiller, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. Milo Jara, TM3UZ. This is love from Jamaica. Hi. Thanks for coming in. This is AB Production Z2. Says, I'm very dominant and outspoken. Yikes. Okay, well, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. I mean, hey, I don't know about dominant. I'm not sure about dominant. Yeah, just don't hit me with the CO is all that's what I'm on about. Cyper says, I'm good. Denmark here. Oh, nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you guys just I'm just saying that, it's just more like, I don't think I'm dominant, No, I'm provisional is what I am. I'm not dominant. No, no. Trolls. Marcy says, oh, they just sent a brigade of them. They had to. They had to. I appreciate you guys for coming in and loving on the like button. Like I said, if you really want to throw caution to the wind, just come in and love on the like button. But there again, I'm not going to take up too much of your guys' time. I started this stream. This is the third stream that I started today. Kola Wol Abioya 3887. I'm from Nigeria. What's this discussion? Oh, very interesting. Are you from where are you from in Nigeria? Just curious. If you care to share that, you don't have to. Just curious. But yeah, thank you guys for loving on the like button. And it's possible. Marcy T says, don't get all yeah, I agree. I agree, Polo YSB. It's going to be a different one. Abuja. Is that by chance West? Is that West Africa by any chance? Let's say. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Stuart Gorham, thank you so much for coming in. Says, I prefer intelligent women. It's not dominant or overbearing. Well, I'm going to tell you, everything's a work in progress. I'll say that. You don't want to getting stuck, is kind of rough. Versus keep your head on a Swiffer. A nice what? Man, you guys are really worried about my roots. You're worried about my roots. West Africa. Well, thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it. So I appreciate you guys once again for loving on the like button. So I could get into this a little bit deeper, but here's the last piece. So allegedly, now I saw this on Alex Jones' broadcast. Allegedly, General Flynn is coming in to issue a warning to the current president about accountability. So I'm curious about that. Am I waiting with bated breath, or oh my God, this is going to be another nothing burger? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing that, and I'm not going to do a 360 turn either, because I'm just wearing some cords and a figurative language sweatshirt with hyperbole on here. And I would say this is the greatest show on earth. Not this show, but this world, this whole world and what we see is the greatest show on earth. So allegedly corruption, this whole Nick Shirley thing, I think is what they're on about. Not that I'm aware of. I've heard some things like that before. Cola, Wola, Bio. All right, guys. Gas Picks 2003. Thank you guys so much for coming in. If I come back later, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I'm going to see if I can't see that interview with. What's his name, Alex Jones, and I'm not. What in the world? It's just so much corruption and just so many fake. I don't know. It's dark, guys. It's dark. So if you're looking for confetti and if you're looking for confetti and horns and all that kind of stuff, you won't find it here. Not even on another stream today. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Let me just say hi really quickly and get out of here. It is 28 minutes. You guys have burned with me. Thank you so much. Latressa Montgomery, thank you so much for coming in. 7932. Polo YSB, I really appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Eric Markison, 3337. Thank you guys for loving on the like button. That's what I need. Loving on the like button. Those of you in the comment section, let me know, what signals do you see for your outlook of 2026? Are you seeing more normalization of instability? What do you see in terms of our jobs reports? Do you see escalation? Let me know what you think. Feel free to send me an email at blackspringwithautumn@gmail.com. I've talked about desensitization. I've talked about, containment. Just so many things going on. But right now it's abstract until they say, the media wants to shape what we care about and how we feel about these things. But on here we do that. We do that on a live stream, or we look at it from a lens in which is provisional and it can emerge. So yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. And let's see who else was here. I'm not sure who LM0987. Thank you for coming in. If you guys new to the channel, take a look around. Starfire81. Thank you from Norway. Thank you, AB Productions D2. Thank you for your perspective. Drex Playa 679 from Fiji. All right, guys. Been around the world. Ay. Levicino. Let's see. And Marcy T. Prayer Warrior, thank you so much for coming in and rolling those balls and strikes. I appreciate it. And let's see who we have. Cyper Spiller. Milo Jara. Yeah, we've been around the world today, a little bit at least. All right, guys. Stuart Gorham. All right, let's see. Black Lion. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Black Lion 35 says, Happy New Year, fam. Just bouncing around, spreading New Year's cheer. Gave you a like and a subscribe. Oh, you're most generous. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Natalie Reynolds 2. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh. Ibrahim Garba. Thank you so much, guys. Like I said, if I come back in later, I'll let you know. I promise I won't be in a costume, or I won't be in a costume or sequence. Okay, guys? I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.